position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes they have in this one. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Syracuse Orange. 48 Sports College Football restays with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
It's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. They're going back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Syracuse lines up on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted in the first drive. In for the pick. Got some room to run. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, North Carolina.
When you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game, let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down mark.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Fires to the tight end. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage. Make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Robinson looking to pass. Back open the middle. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. They're going to run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
The Orange now facing a third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go. And this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the 47.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Sends it back in motion. Robinson will throw. And here's the third interception of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on tight. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there. Take the positive parts and never complain.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on third and short. We can keep the ball alive. Quarterback will keep it. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, two guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They feed him again. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Robinson looking to pass. The throw. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He's got him this time. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throwing catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical third down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently. He's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. Third down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds and short, just short of the line to gain, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Nice, just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it. And his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UNC. They've got the lead and tried to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Off the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Robinson will throw. Bring in the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Behind the line, it's Davis. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
The Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He's going to fire to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. There's a road we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They're dealing with a second and long. Robinson looking to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down and brings up third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. He's looking to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return, man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that.
There we go. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. Calls his own play. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Firing to the end zone. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed it a little bit.
It's a good decision by the kid because his intended target wasn't open. So throw it out of bounds and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to take off. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go in the half and find some answers.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 35, he's got room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Robinson will throw. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to the long running back. And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Bring it out. It's coming. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Takes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
That last completion sets him up on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I love the quick decision that Kenny made there on that early down. Knowing he wanted to come out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. To throw, it's Gilliam. He unleashes a long one. Catch inside the 25. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Tar Heel. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball and let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Syracuse, 0.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. Give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually beat the play.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hart. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
A shot for the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Hard running there. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nowhere to go.
This defense has kept him backed up. Now one more stop, and then you get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball. He found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Soft spot in the middle.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit the guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes
motion. Off the play fake on first down. Dances away to buy time. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Looking for more room. At the 20. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return.
That teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Big guy smells it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Got his man. Touchdown, Syracuse. Nice catch and good work after to get it into the end zone. Quick strike, just as we expected.
I think quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, the offense starts in such a good spot. It puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point is good. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession. They wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He's got great speed. Gets it up to the 37 on the return before he's knocked out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back in the game.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Shakes off the defender. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Tar Heels lining up, just needing a pair of tough edges on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance. They controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you some spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Breaks into the open. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Tar Heels have this offense rolling. The pull and throw on the RPO. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Finds a little space. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he's willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive. Maybe he won't make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hanging that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
Close to the marker, it's Davis. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, UNC! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. This offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it. But they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably I'm going to need these runs. I'm going to need to go and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
So now it's second and long. Robinson looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. He's close to the first down, and they're going to mark him just a little short.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Syracuse lines up on third and short. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The tight end always finds a way to get open. He's just a first down machine, Jesse.
And he's a guy, Reese, that is proven he can beat man coverage, but he's also so good against zone, too. He just knows where the soft spots are in the defense. That's why his quarterback has so much confidence in him.
Line getting set on second down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Robinson will throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Lost his throw again. Quickly to the tight end. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be fourth down and decision time.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
You got this! Please make it!
Syracuse looking for the fourth down conversion. Motion from the back. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the sack.
Cooler 18! Cooler 18!
They'll try to get it in with the run. Run out the ball by the offense, caught stopped with 21 seconds left.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down.
Syracuse right back at him. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he crosses the line and gets the touchdown. Way too late. They still counted for seconds.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. A nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's coming. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a lead.
North Carolina 45.